Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the idea of buying a new construction home? A lot of people have. And let me tell you that if you were to buy from a tract builder, and that's like a Toll Brothers, a David Weekley Homes, or an Epcon, for example, the process is completely different than if you were to buy the land and then build later. My name is Nina Gervasi with Cary Area Real Estate, brokered by eXp, and I created this step-by-step guide to help you be the most knowledgeable buyer out there and take some of the anxiety out of the process of buying new construction. So let's get started. The first step in the process is selecting your lot. I know a lot of people think that it's selecting your home, but believe it or not, lot selection makes a huge difference. For example, perhaps you see the entire plan for the neighborhood and you decide that you don't want to be close to the main road. You'd like to be further back. You would like to back up to woods. A lot of people want that. Or perhaps you want to be closer to the pool because you have young kids and you want to know that they can walk there safely. Whatever it is, there are so many factors that go into lot selection. And there is actually a cost to each of the lots that is called a lot premium. The more desirable the lot, the bigger it is, the higher the premium. So you have to keep that in mind as you're deciding where it is that you want to be in the neighborhood. Oh, and one more thing, not all the lots are released at the same time. Perhaps in the first phase that is being released, only 5 lots are there. Then you have to wait for the next phase when maybe 10 more lots will be released. If you have your eye on a lot that's not being released till a lot later, the chances are the cost for that lot, the house, and everything in the end will be a lot higher than if you were to start at the beginning phases of the neighborhood. And the next step in the process is, you guessed it, choosing your home. Now that you know what lot you want, and it could potentially dictate what floor plans you can choose, now you can go in and look at all the various options that the builder has for you and choose the floor plan and your elevation, and that is what the exterior of the home will look like. Did you know that certain builders have rules about elevations and styles not being directly across the street from each other or next to each other? So you really want to be early on in the process so that you can choose exactly what it is that you want and not be disappointed that you have to do your second choice because your neighbor got exactly what it was you were looking for, either directly across the street or next to you. So the idea is, choose your lot first. That might dictate your floor plan. Choose your elevation and be sure that you are early in the process so that you're not disappointed. So up to this point, you have chosen your lot, you have chosen your floor plan, elevation, and structural items. Those 4 pieces will make up the initial sales price and determine the deposit amount. Some builders charge a flat rate deposit regardless of what the final price is, and others will charge a percentage. So you have to determine which way your builder is going to go to understand what your deposit will be at the time that you sign your contract. And there's just one more thing that you must do before you actually go under contract, and that is choosing your structural items. Those are such things as a screen porch versus a sunroom versus a covered porch. Would you like a fireplace or perhaps a walk-in shower versus a tub shower combo in the bathroom downstairs? All of these are structural items. They will affect both the cost and the build of the home and must be decided upon before you actually sign the contract. So again, structural items, major ticket item, must know what you want before you actually go under contract. Remember I said that the initial sales price was based on those other 4 elements? That's because you haven't chosen your design elements yet. Now this can go one of 2 ways. The first way is that the builder only has select packages that you can choose from. Package 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever it is. And no, they're not going to allow you to swap items from package 4 into package 2 and so forth. It's a package deal. Choose the one you want, and then that will actually be rolled into the contract before you even sign. So you don't even have to worry about 2 different contract prices, the before and the after. You pick a package, you go with it, and then you're gonna sign that. Now, if you get to go to the design center, that's completely different. Going to the design center can leave a lot of buyers feeling very overwhelmed, and that is because there is so much to choose from and you're just not sure how are you going to stay on budget. So before you even go out there, you're going to have your agent ask the on-site agent, on average, how much buyers are spending on their fun little upgrades such as carpeting, flooring, and so forth. Having that number in mind will help you set a gauge as to what you want to spend and keep you on target when you're there selecting your items. Now, there are certain things that I do recommend that my buyers splurge on. For example, extra lighting in all the living areas. That's really going to be key because you don't want to retrofit that afterward, and people always regret not getting the extra lighting. Extra ceiling fan mounts in all of the bedrooms and so forth. Hey, getting that ceiling fan on your screen porch, also a really important thing. Getting the appliance upgrade and so forth. So there are certain things that, yeah, it's worth it to splurge a little bit on, and then there's other things that you just may not want to splurge on. Once you have made all of your design choices, then there will be another deposit that is due. So that will be a percentage of what it is that you spent. And again, depending on the builder, the amount of the percentage for the deposit will just depend on which builder you're using. Choose your upgrades wisely, stay in budget, know what your deposit is, and then now you have your true final price, what you had before, plus your design elements. Now let's get into all the nitty-gritty of the build process and all the meetings involved. Before the drywall goes up and you have walls, you're going to want to have a pre-drywall inspection. I know it sounds a little crazy because you're thinking, boy, isn't the city coming out and inspecting all the things? Why do I have to have a private inspector come in? Look, each of the inspectors are looking at their specific things. They may not be looking at how it all ties in together and so forth. And sometimes they miss it. So it's really great to have another set of unbiased eyes on the project. Hiring that pre-drywall inspector is really critical in my opinion, and I don't like for my buyers to skip it if they have the opportunity to do so. We have caught a lot of problems early on before those walls go up and you never see them. Once you have that pre-drywall inspection, you will be meeting with the builder to do a pre-drywall walkthrough, go over the inspection report, and then you will also be selecting, like, where do you want the TV mounted on the wall? Do you want extra outlets on the floor? Where will those go? And so forth. All of that will be decided at your pre-drywall meeting with your builder, going over the report and making some really important selections before the walls go up. Now we're going to talk about something that can be really, really exciting. However, it can cause a little bit of heartache, and that is visiting your home site during the build. A lot of builders love that you come and visit. They welcome it. However, they do require that you notify them when you're going to be on site, because there could be some safety issues involved depending on where they are during the build, and it's not going to be safe for you to be there. Just don't go. Or perhaps they want to walk you through and explain things to you and can meet you there. Where the heartache comes in is that buyers go, they're expecting a certain outcome when they get there. They're expecting it to look a certain way, and what you need to remember is this is a construction site with people that are working in all kinds of conditions, and it may not be clean necessarily. And you may think like, oh, is that supposed to be there on the wall? I want to mark this, I want to mark that, and you start creating a list of things that you want the builder to fix. Now, there may be things that are legitimately needing to be fixed, but a lot of the things the builder is going to fix along the way may not even be a problem. So again, totally exciting, totally welcome the idea of you going on site, visiting the home. We have to address safety issues first. And then if you are going to make a list, make sure you discuss it with your agent and that we present it to the builder, and then we take it from there. Visit, yes, but be careful. All along the way, the builder should be sending you updates about the progress on your home. Depending on who your builder is, they may send an email with photos, they may do some Zoom meetings, depends on who it is that you have and what the builder is comfortable doing. So yes, you should be getting weekly or every other week, you should be getting an email with those updates. It could come from the builder directly or from the on-site agent, but the point is you will know what stage you're at all along the way. And it's gonna be critical because here's the thing. Once those kitchen cabinets go in, you're about 8 to 10 weeks from closing. So at that point, you're going to be getting an email from their closing coordinator setting up the next set of meetings. So up until that point, you'll just be getting some regular updates. Even after the cabinets go in, you'll get updates and any potential delays that are happening, whether it is perhaps a material delay or a labor shortage delay. Whatever it is, that will all be in the email. Cabinets go in and you are about 8 to 10 weeks from closing, give or take a little bit. You made it. You're about a week and a half out from closing and your closing coordinator says, go ahead, now you can have your final inspection. So you bring that pre-drywall inspector back into the home. He's going to be checking everything top to bottom, roof, under the house, everything he possibly can, and creating a report that you will give to the builder and he will review for repairs. You know, it's kind of lucky because on resale homes, the seller doesn't have to make any repairs necessarily. However, with new construction, they want to deliver a perfect product or near perfect product to you. So they will take that report and they will make the repairs. The next step in the process is the builder orientation walkthrough. That is when they will review all of the warranties with you, explain how the systems in the home work, and explain what they've done for the repairs on the inspection report that you gave them. In that meeting, you will also have the opportunity to take the blue tape and put it all over for the cosmetic repairs that need to be made. Sometimes the repairs aren't always just cosmetic. There may be some bigger items that need to be fixed. Not just a hole in the wall, but maybe the banister's still not sturdy or whatever it is. Maybe somebody knocked into it accidentally after the inspection. Whatever the case may be, you will be able to take the blue tape, put it everywhere that needs to have cosmetic or other repairs made. And then by the time you get to the next walkthrough, all of that should be complete. So, builder orientation walkthrough, pretty critical. You will be learning all of your warranties, how to use the systems in your home, and being able to blue tape any imperfections that you still need to have fixed. Congratulations, you made it to closing day. You have waited a long time for your new house. And you know what? You have to do one more thing before you sign those papers. You're going to head back to the house. You're going to have one more walkthrough with the builder. You want to make sure that everything that was supposed to be done with the blue tape and on the inspection report is complete. If there are any outstanding items, the builder will create a punch list of things that they will fix in the next coming days or maybe a week or so down the road if they had to order a part. And if there are any large outstanding items, you may need to delay closing. Not typically the case at all. You will know that before you even get to that probably. So again, one final walkthrough, head to the attorney, sign the papers, they hand you the keys, and you have your new home. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and follow. Share it with somebody who you think may also benefit from learning about new construction, and watch the next video here that will tell you more about the home buying process in North Carolina.